Rolling here. Well, welcome to another edition of Hey Bobby with Bobby DiBiasio, VP with the Cleveland Indians, brought to you by our good friends at NECA-IBEW. And Bobby, I guess, first of all, let's start out with last year. When we got to the shortened season, there was major rule adjustments across Major League Baseball. And I guess maybe a re-education from you. What ones are staying in place, and are there some that kind of disappeared after last year?
Well, let's talk about the ones that have disappeared. And hello, Ray. It's nice to be back home from spring training and get this baseball season rolling. There will be no universal DH. Not sure why that is. It still is troublesome to me that our league will continue to play with two different sets of rules. It just doesn't make any sense at all to me. But there will be no universal DH, no expanded playoffs like a year ago. Those are the two that have been eliminated. The ones that will be kept, double headers will be 7 innings of play in both games. Extra innings, one that I didn't know if I would like or not, and ended up liking. Extra innings, a man will start with a man on second base. So um, that's a rule that will stay. We will have 26-man rosters. We were supposed to begin the 2020 baseball season with one added player. For I don't know how many decades and decades, it was a 25-man roster in baseball, and in 2020 it was going to grow to 26. But with COVID, we started the season with 30, and then it back down to 28 and got to 26. So it will stay at 26 beginning on opening day. Teams can travel with a 5-man taxi squad just in case something happens with an injury or COVID testing. So you can have up to 5 players in addition on your travel roster. And then you can have up to 28 players participate in your satellite club before the minor league seasons begin. And our satellite club location for 2021 will be Columbus this year. Last year it was in Lake County. This year it will be in Columbus. So those are
Bobby,
the things that are
I'm, I'm
happening.
I'm kind of like you. I didn't think I would like the extra innings guy on second. It sounded
Right.
kind of gimmicky to me at the beginning of last year, but I am also like you that I changed my mind and it got me on the edge of my seat right away in extra innings, and I ended up liking it.
Yeah, I thought, oh, here's travel baseball, youth baseball sneaking in. Is that really what we want? And all of a sudden, I was like, boy, yeah, this adds an interesting element. Do you bunt? Get the guy over. Do you go for 2 runs instead of 1 run so you don't bunt? Yeah, I thought it added some good excitement to the game.
Okay, biggest keys here, players. Maybe pick out a couple of key players to me in your mind that are really the big keys for a successful 2021.
Well, it's funny, Rosie and I and Hammy, we were talking about this throughout spring training. Pick 2 guys. We started with, all right, 2 guys that are so vitally important. And I thought Emmanuel Clase out of the bullpen, a guy that touches 100 on the radar gun with consistency. Having a flamethrower like that can just come in and blow people away. In addition to having Nick Whitgren and Mr. James Karinchak and a few others. This Trevor Stefan, who was a Rule 5 guy, oh my goodness, he can light it up. And but one, Emmanuel Clase, and then Franmil Reyes. We need the bopper in the middle of our lineup to be strong for us this year. We need him to be a 35, 40 home run guy. So those were the 2 that I think really need to show impact for this ball club.
One other question, if you don't mind, on the players and the roster. How about Jimenez at shortstop? You told me that he just came in and ended the speculation, ended the battle at shortstop. We haven't seen him yet for the most part. Talk about what we expect to see here, Bobby.
Yeah, we all thought, okay, first base, center field, shortstop, the three battles. I think within the first 2 days, Tito, after watching this kid move around the diamond, was like, all right, that battle's over. This kid is our shortstop. He's from Venezuela. He, has Omar Vizquel as his all-time hero. Um, his footwork, he's got a strong arm. I He makes all the plays. I think people are really going to come to enjoy the style of play of Andres Jimenez, and don't think he can't hit because he can put the bat on the ball. So it's going to be interesting. He's up for a challenge of replacing a star at that position for us for the last 5+ years. Um, that was not a battle at all in spring, which made Ahmed Rosario, have to learn center field and move around the diamond a little bit. I guess Ahmed took a few ground balls the other day at shortstop, just in case, the kid needs a day off and there's a lefty on the mound. Andres is a left-handed hitter. And so you give him a day off here and there. Yu Chang can play shortstop or utility infielder. But I think people are going to enjoy Andres Jimenez.
VP of the Cleveland Indians. Hey, Bobby, with us, brought to you by NECA-IBEW. Final question for today, Bobby, as we head into the regular season. Let's talk about what Tito's leadership means to this team. He didn't manage even half the games last year. He had his own health problems, certainly, to worry about, and the Indians were very cognizant of that. Talk about Tito and the Indians.
Well, we're blessed, obviously, to have a Hall of Fame caliber manager. No question he's going into the Hall of Fame. I think he's had, 16 straight seasons, winning seasons as a manager, 8 with the Red Sox, now 8 with us. That's pretty remarkable. He's guided us to many a postseason run, and we were 35-25 last year. You extrapolate that out over 162, we win 90 plus games again. And so that period of 90 plus wins for us, 5 straight years, only really has been done one other time in our franchise history, and that was the 1950-55 Cleveland Indians, who won 90 plus games 6 years in a row. So Tito's guided us to some pretty darn good baseball since he joined us in 2013. But Ray, he does 3 things that I think really separate him and are real attributes of his leadership. And the first one, he's authentic. I think anybody in a position of leadership who tries to be somebody they are not, they will get themselves in trouble. And there's no trust. Then there's no truth. And without trust and truth, people will question every move you make because you're not being authentic. And he is absolutely genuine. He is who he is, and he's not afraid to show it. And people have a lot of fun with him. With his starting the spring training on crutches, he had to be in a golf cart, so they decorated the golf cart really, humorously. But he enjoyed all that kind of banter, and but he's absolutely authentic. The second thing he does, I think that's so important, especially in sports, is he embraces individuality. I think too many times in the world of sports, a head coach or a manager wants everybody to step in line and look the same, act the same, speak the same. Tito only has 2 rules, and that's be on time and be a pro. And there's a lot that goes under that. Being respectful of the game, respectful to your teammates, certainly respectful to yourself. And being a professional athlete means you take care of your body. You make sure that you put yourself in the best position to be the best you can be. So respect and professionalism, but he embraces the personalities of everybody because he knows, being a former number one draft pick who had injuries and then had to fight to stay on the roster, be that 25th man on occasion on the bench, and fight his way all through a major league career, that there's certain things inside each and every one of us that drives us. So don't put any brakes on that. Let that flourish. Let the individuality and personality flourish, as long as it all involved in the singleness of purpose, and that's to win. And then lastly, I think the key element is service to others. He could care less about himself. His leadership style is he cares more about the players, the coaches, the guys that run the clubhouse, the security guard outside our clubhouse door. He cares more about those people than he does himself. And I think the greatest thing any leader can show is service to others. And I think so. Being authentic, embracing individuality, service to others, I think that's what makes Tito stand out um, amongst his peers.
Well, we're getting ready for another regular season. Can't wait. We open up on Thursday, the home opener coming up on Friday. By the way, Bobby, I got my tickets April 26th. I can't wait to be there. Hopefully, I'll be able to take you in. I got on the Major League Baseball ballpark app. Easy to do for
Right.
fans to get your tickets. And, we can talk about that, Bobby. That's new this year, all electronic coming in. I did it on purpose early to make sure so I could translate it to the audience. Easy to do to get your tickets.
Well, no question. And we're only selling tickets for April right now because we don't know if the capacity will expand for the month of May. But yeah, it's an absolutely easy process going to the baseball app. So thank you for bringing that up. Just you can even call our fan services at 216-420-4200 or the hits line 420 hits. That's the better line to do it. 216-420-hits and talk to a fan service if you have trouble navigating the baseball app. One question for you before we leave, if I may. Have you read anything about the Savannah Bananas independent baseball team?
No, I have.
You have? Oh, you got it. You got to Google them, right?
I
They're an independent. So now what I'm about to say, please, everybody who's listening here, watching, they are not affiliated with Major League Baseball. They are not a minor league affiliate of any major league team. They are an independent league baseball team, and they've instituted a number of rules for their baseball season this year. And so I'm going to share two quick ones with you.
please.
The first one is, if a fan catches a foul ball, the batter's out.
I love it.
Yeah. Could you imagine if you're the home team, you're on the Savannah Bananas, and some fan catches your foul ball and you're out instead of dropping it? You're only supposed to catch the visiting team's
I love
foul
that.
balls. Oh, it's crazy. Now, here's the craziest one. All right, ball 4. Instead of the runner walking to first base, he will begin an all-out sprint because the catcher will throw the ball. All 7 other players, not the pitcher, but all 7 other players on the diamond must touch the ball. So the runner can keep going until all 7 guys have touched it. So so we sat there, Paul Dolan, myself, and Ham, we're like, okay, so what do you throw it to third. All of a sudden on ball 4, the outfielders must sprint in. So it's not a far throw. And so you're throwing it around as fast, and maybe you can get the guy out at second base if he's in an all-out sprint coming out of the batter's box.
I would think you would go to left. I mean, third, left, short, center, second, right. Yeah.
Well, think about, but the outfielders, the one thing we did deduce is the outfielders have to do an all-out sprint
Yeah.
to shorten the throw. But check it out. It's pretty funny. It's independent baseball
The
at its
Savannah
best. And then, yeah, Savannah Bananas. Yeah, check that out. It's pretty wild. And then, of course, the minor leagues have decided to change the rules of play in baseball. I don't know if you've seen that with AAA. You know, bases are 15 inches by 15 inches. In AAA, they're going to go 18 inches by 18 inches to help with stolen bases, help with um, different getting guys more active on the bases. And what that 3 inches is going to do is going to be interesting to see. Bang bang plays at first and sliding into second or third. That's going to be done at AAA. In AA, over at the Rubber Ducks, you're going to have trying to eliminate the shift. So 4 infielders have to have their cleats on the dirt.
Oh, okay.
So that's going to happen in AA, and then different low A or in high A pickoff moves. Pitchers are going to have to completely disengage from the pitching rubber instead of being that quick. It's part of your,
Yeah.
especially for a lefty. They want to promote more stolen bases, more. They think that will create a little bit more activity on the base paths, and so you have to step off the rubber completely. In lower A, there's going to be the automatic strike zone in one of the leagues. One of the other leagues, only 2 pickoff attempts per batter per plate appearance to make sure the game has some pace to it. And then lastly, one of the leagues, I think it's the low A West Coast, are going to have a pitch clock, a true pitch clock. Although that's been in place a little bit. You talk to anybody in our player development system, and they'll tell you that pitchers who are pitching in the minor leagues have no problem whatsoever with getting the ball and going, because it's just what's been ingrained in them and part of the game in the minor leagues that will eventually get to the big leagues. Because I don't know about you, but I think the pitch clock may be the most important rule change if you truly want to pick up the pace of a baseball game. Is don't dance around the mound. David Ortiz is a DH, used to walk halfway to first base between every pitch, so corralling the batter back into the batter's box. But I think if the pitcher's ready to pitch, you better be in the batter's box. And so, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see all around baseball some of the new rules that are instituted. But we're 6 days away as we speak today from the home opener, and can't wait.
I can't wait to get it back. Bobby, we'll reconvene next week. We'll talk about that home opener in baseball more. It's Hey Bobby with VP of the Indians, Bobby DiBiasio, brought to you by NECA-IBEW. Bobby, we'll talk to you next week.
Thank you, Ray. Take care, buddy. Go Tribe.
Perfect. Thanks, Bobby.
All right, buddy. See ya.
Okay. And are you going to be up there on the 26th? Do you go to most games?
Yeah, I'm hoping to make sure I'm at every game. So,
okay, I'll let you know.
Yeah, we'll connect.
Me and Rocco going up there. We got seats above the first base up on the upper side. We got in one of those 2-seat pods.
Oh, great. Awesome.
All right. I'll see you next week.
See ya.
Okay. Thank you again, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.